Hello everyone, VJ32 back again with another edition of What's on Deck, your weekly look at what's going on in the world of playing cards, and got a fair amount of stuff to talk about, so let's get on with it. First of all, I've been getting some questions regarding the Bicycle Astronomy deck, when that's coming. The review should be up, by the end of the month. I haven't gotten the deck yet. I was supposed to have gotten it on Friday, but the last couple of days, Thursday and Friday, didn't get anything in the mail. Mail's been really slow because it was extremely cold outside with extreme wind chills and whatnot. It's still showing that it's out for delivery for like 3 days now. It should be here tomorrow. I fully expect it here tomorrow. The weather has warmed up, so shouldn't be any issues. So that's coming. So let's get on though with what's on Kickstarter. Oh, I should probably find playing cards. Whoops. Apologize, I'm off the ball here today. Usually I'm ready to go, but I completely forgot to get this set up. Alright. Alright. First of all, we got the Bicycle Mix playing cards from Collectible Cards. It's funded, 5 days to go. I always suspected that one would fund. Dystopia playing cards from Joker and the Thief has relaunched. It's 68% funded, 28 days to go. It's just a matter of time. We'll look at that right now. It's a pretty nice back design. It's inspired by Mad Max, of course, and a kind of post-apocalyptic world. They got a lot of logos here. I don't know if they've got... Did they really get Amazon's permission to use the logo? I don't think so. It is a little bit pricey. The early birds, which they got 37 left at the moment, are $14 Australian, which works out to about $10 US, which is not bad, I guess. I mean, since I'm in Canada, it works out to about $14 Canadian or so. $13, $14, whatever it is. It's about the same Canadian and Australian currency. That's the early bird. The regular is 18, which is about $13 Australian or US, sorry, $13 US, which is not bad. However, then they want me to pay $20 shipping on top of that to ship to Canada. $20 Australian. I mean, I guess it's not horrible, but it is a little bit pricey. Just like the last one. But at this rate, it's more than likely going to fund, and if anything, I might end up just getting it later on. We'll see. Next up, the Flamenco 1 playing cards by Nicholas Zavtoon. Funded, 15 days to go. And this is not a fan. Faxons, fantasy themed decks of cards from Chris Doman. I hope that's how you pronounce it. 21% funded, 25 days to go. This guy's right in Cincinnati, so he should not have any difficulty getting these decks from the USBC. He can just drive right up to the factory and pick them up himself. The artwork is fine. I like that tuck case. It looks like a book. Nothing we haven't seen before, but it's very nice. What did I say? It was 21% funded, 25 days to go. Yeah. I don't think it's going to fund, though. I'll tell you why in just a minute. But look at the artwork. It's a very nice, nice back design. I like that back design. It's got a lot of detail. Colorful, mirror image apparently, from what it looks like, which is good. Pretty interesting artwork. You got the humans, the orcs, the undead, and I don't know what the other one is for the suits. Nothing we haven't really seen before. We've seen other similar decks that have different groups for different suits. In fact, Collectible Playing Cards did a deck similar to that not too long ago, I believe it was. I think it was Collectible Cards. The problem is shipping. Instead of factoring into shipping into the cost of the decks, by the way, what are they anyways? $12 each for a deck, which is not bad. Shipping, though, is not included, and you have to add it on, and we'll get to that Delivery date is good. It's reasonable. Here they got these shipping. This is what I don't like. It says right there in bold, shipping estimates. These are estimates. And shipping costs will be charged and collected after the Kickstarter via a backer kit survey. And is charging shipping. Oh, by the way, this is charging shipping to American backers. American backers hate paying shipping costs. So they are not going to back this one. And that's going to be a lot of them. They're not going to back this one because they're not going to want to pay shipping. Canada, $10 for one deck is not bad. $16 for two, getting a little bit unreasonable. $24 for a deck and an art book. Ugh. To ship it, that's pretty pricey. I don't know what kind of a book this is. That's it. It's a flat little book like that. For $24, you could ship me a freaking novel. I mean, that looks like a magazine. It should not cost $24 to ship that in an envelope with a deck. Anyway, those are estimates, though, and that's an issue for me. I mean, I've seen hundreds and hundreds of projects on Kickstarter for playing cards. I've backed a couple hundred at least, and not one of them has said, we'll figure out the shipping afterwards. No, they all say, okay, this is how much it's going to cost. They factor some of the shipping into the price of the deck, and then for Canadians and international, they charge you an extra amount. And, that's it. I don't know, why this guy can't figure out some math, why he can't put some effort in beforehand, but it's going to hurt him in the end. A lot of people are not backing this one because it's a shipping estimate. Also, not a lot of options. You can get one deck, two decks, a deck and an art book, and two decks plus a book for $85. He is charging a hell of a lot of money. Oh, plus there's an uncut sheet. But he seems to be charging a hell of a lot of money for an art book. I mean, a lot of projects will give you a book that has this type of information on the characters and whatnot free. They include it. They give you a free ebook. And some of them will give you an actual book as well. And he's charging you like, $30 for a book. Not going to happen. Moving along. We got Fairies of the Forest Oracle, playing cards by Jessica Feinberg, funded, 4 days to go. Gracia playing cards, relaunched by Empire Arts, 34% funded, 31 days to go. May or may not happen. The reason why it may happen is because they've reduced the funding goal. That is pretty much the only change in the project that I am aware of. The same as before. A lot of details. It's... Come on. €12 for one deck. Somewhat reasonable. Fairly reasonable. I don't know why they have an image like this. A lot of people have mentioned this. With square corners. That's not realistic. That's not what the card's going to look like. To be printed by TM Cards. Yeah, no thank you. Why TM Cards? They're a nobody company. The quality is not going to be good. Why not make playing cards or, Nor Arts or something like this? Faces are drawn by art school students, 12 to 14-year-old students. I mean, they're okay, being that they're designed by middle school kids. They're not bad. They're pretty good. But why are they using artwork from children for a deck of cards? Why don't they create something themselves? Really big pips. The artwork is okay. It's got sticker seal. Only 200 being produced. I just don't know why they're using TM playing cards. And why they don't have like an actual prototype to show off. But anyways, moving along. I want to see something very quickly. I apologize. What was their last project? So it's 2,500. The last one was... And they have not had a whole lot of... Oh, the last one was 3,900 euros, and they got 2,300 euros. So now they set a goal that is more likely to be funded, but at the same time, they might have lost some backers after the last issue, and they may lose some backers because TM playing cards. Just saying. Moving along, Acuta's relaunch from KL and NL, 18% funded, 8 days to go, not looking too good. They still need like $18,000, right? For the goal is $18,000. They're about $15,000 short. Not going to happen. Next up, Pearl Tally Ho playing cards by Jackson Robinson. The last tally ho from him, at least in this series. It's funded, 6 days to go, and it's pretty much sold out. I mean, there's still some available. The fourth and final. These are all inspired and dedicated to the women in his life. Scarlet was designed for his youngest daughter, whose name is actually Scarlet. Emerald Tallyho and Black Tallyho represented the birthstones of his oldest daughter and his wife, and the Pearl Tallyho represents the birthstone of his mother. Which is a nice idea. Only 850 limited edition will be produced, 200 Pro Gilded editions, and also 50 Legacy editions. Now, originally it was supposed to be 100 Pro Gilded editions, and I apologize, I did make a really big issue of this on the project, and also on the forum on United Cardists, and I apologize for that. But the fact of the matter is, again, it's another mistake, another issue by Jackson Robinson that is completely avoidable. Myself and countless other people did the math for ourselves and figured out he had 120 gilded decks available. Why? He couldn't do the math himself before launching the project and make sure it was accurate. I don't know, but it just seems to have issues with every project lately. But anyways, it is what it is. He quickly corrected that by making it 200, but not before, I created a big stir in the comment section. And I apologize for that. Most of the stuff is sold out. You can still get 2 decks, non-gilded, for $40, or 1 for $20, plus shipping. 90 left of the singles, 84 left of the doubles, and they will sell out, I'm sure, in a matter of time. There it is, the back design. Very nice. Nice ace of spades. Tuck case, I think you'd use a little more color, but it is what it is. I guess it has the tuck case is actually not bad. It actually has like a pearlescent look to it, pearlescent stock. So it's going to be pretty cool. In fact, I should probably check out an image. That's not bad, I guess. It's got a pearl look to it, so I understand why it's like that. And, the more I think about it, the more I like it. There's also going to be, and the cards have a nice kind of a pearl color to them, also a bluish color. Nice, custom jokers. The code cards reflect the color of the card, of the deck, the theme. But again, they're basically the same as we've seen before. He does have this Players Edition for $10 and $12 international that you can add on the same cards as the limited edition, except it comes in this nice dark blue tuck box. It's kind of basically your standard edition. Why it's only available as an add-on, I don't understand. I mean, it's the only creator I know that goes, here's a deck. It's a limited edition deck, and then there's even more limited edition decks. But then there's a standard deck you can add on, but only if you buy the limited edition deck. That's not really that cool. Why, whatever, I understand. It's making it so that people can actually have a deck that they can open and play with. But, if you want to buy the deck and you want to play and open the deck, then do it. You don't need to buy a special, cheaper version just to open and play the cards, play with the cards. I don't. It's just a tuck swap and it's unnecessary. And if people want to open the cards, then open them. Let's move on though. Here you see the 4 different back designs and colors. Very nice. I like it. and the family portrait. And I do want to bring up something else to this before I move on. There's been comments being made. Um, this one guy's been making a lot of comments about me, a lot of accusations, which, if you watch my videos, you see my unboxing videos, you follow me on Facebook and or now on Instagram, you know exactly what I get, and you know it's not true. And you also know, if you've done business with me, that I am a reasonable guy and I don't screw people over. But here he's making comments. First of all, he's saying I have multiple aliases. I don't. I have one account on Kickstarter right now. I do have another one, but I don't use it. Haven't used it in quite some time. He says that I basically have been buying all these legacy and gilded decks, and that I'm going to be reselling them on eBay for excessive amounts. But that's not me. There might be other people doing that, and it wouldn't surprise me. I'm not one of those people. I'm not, as he says, a price scalper or anything like that. I mean, it'd be good if I did that. Obviously, I can make a lot of money, but it's not me. And here he is again. Oh, by the way, he says that I'm patently unqualified to talk sense, let alone critique in any honest fashion. And says other stuff. Just all sorts of childish comments. And a lot of it also, by the way, is incomprehensible. There he calls me a flea. And, he's just... And on the forum, he's calling me all sorts of other names. And it's ridiculous, it's childish, and not acceptable. I mean, grow up, move on with your life. And I'm going to move on right now. Let's get on with it. Next up, we got Magnificent Playing Cards relaunched by Jeff at Home Run Games. 26% funded. 11 days to go. Do not see it happening. As I mentioned in our last video, very few people actually getting the metal decks that this project is all about. And also, not very many people interested in the actual paper decks because fairly standard it is and a very, kind of generic, simple back design. Next up, Frostbite Playing Cards by Sam Wheeler. Funded, 8 days to go. Then we got The Bicycle Divide of a Nation by Barclay Mountain. It's 52% funded, 19 days to go. May or may not, it can go any way right here. Let's hope it funds. What the hell? An 18 plus game about sexuality. Okay, let's move on. Beautiful artwork by Robert Tomlinson. I enjoy his decks. I really like this one. The second in his series. And this one is kind of a companion deck to his Civil War deck that he did before. Beautiful artwork. The back design is very much similar to one of his other decks, if not the same, almost the same really. The faces are nice. I like it. I'll say this, it's a hell of a lot better than the last deck he tried, which was a Trump deck, which did not get a whole lot of funding and he canceled to relaunch at a later time. Just a lot of interesting stuff. I like it. Very nice. Obviously, bicycle printed. Go check it out. Let's get that one funded. Harambe Playing Cards by Brad Blitz. 8% funded, 23 hours to go. It is not going to happen. Thank goodness. Heroes of the Nations by Timothy Kremer. Funded, 8 days to go. I like it. You might want to check it out. It's getting pretty close to unlocking the second deck. It's going to happen, I do believe. Trump Shuffle by Unicorn Publishing USA. 9% funded, 11 days to go. Not looking good at all. Again, Trump playing cards. Not a hot selling item. And that will do it for Kickstarter. And there's plenty of other stuff to get, into. So just hang tight here. I want to get a few more things. I just want to double check Indiegogo. Gonna have a quick drink here. Wheel Friends playing cards is 35% funded, 17 days to go. Don't see it happening. Oh, this is one I wanted to comment on for sure. Pure deck of poker cards, 5% funded, 48 days to go. It's got lots of time to fail because it is just not good. And I know sometimes I can be really critical and opinionated on different decks and creators, but that's just who I am, and a lot of people seem to like that. Feared Paragraph playing cards, 0% funded, 23 days to go. Not even an interesting name. Playing cards .A2, 0% funded, 20 days to go. Not going to happen. Splashers playing cards, 0% funded, 16 days to go. Heroes of the Nations, of course, they got all their funding going on Kickstarter. That one's not going to happen on here. It's 0% funded. Circus custom playing card deck, 0% funded, 4 days to go. And that is, I think that's pretty much it for cards on Indiegogo. Let's look at this one though. This one, first of all, you look at the back design. It's very similar to another deck that's called the Odyssey playing cards that was on Kickstarter from Sergio. I forget his last name. Some time ago, and you can find him on a variety of card and magic sites. He's offering a tutorial on a magic trick for $5, a video on flourishing for $10, a video on cardistry basics for $15, and the deck is $20, not to mention shipping. It's really rare, highest quality, never to be reprinted, except for a problem. That is, he says he's only going to produce 100 decks for the USBC. Last I checked, the minimum quantity for a really good deck of cards in the USBC is like 1,000 decks. Maybe if you're somebody like David Blaine, you can get like 500 produced or whatever you want. But for somebody, this is Hubert Bucks Zanin, just some average guy from Poland, the USBC is not going to give him 100 decks. The only way he's going to produce 100 decks from the USBC is if he does it through their other little online site, whatever it's called now. I don't even remember what it's called. Where you can just have a custom back design. The faces on this are going to be completely standard. The back design is going to be this really kind of less than exciting back design. And the quality is not going to be good. Now, I think you might be able to get bicycle. I heard you might be able to get, bicycle stock and finish for, like $20 each or whatever. But the quality is not going to be good if he's doing just like a cheap quality. Highest quality product, it's not going to be. And I just can't endorse this one. And only an $800 goal for this. Yeah. Moving along. Let's check out United Cards. There's some other things to talk about. All right. Oh, I wonder what happened with this one. I didn't see this one. Oh, I gotta talk about this one. Yeah. By the way, the Music Box playing cards, I'll mention that one in a minute. We've got lots to talk about here. There is the AFEW deck by New Era and Yuta Mayorama. It's a USB-C produced deck for a German sneaker shop online. Of course, you have to get a a limited set that comes with a USB. Well, let me see. Um, if you purchase a jacket at 250 euros, you get 3 decks for free. You purchase a hat at 35 euros, you get 1 deck for free. Or you can buy a limited set that includes a USB, a notebook, and a deck for 40 euros. Or buy the cards separately, buy the brick for 70 euros, or singles for 8 euros. I guess that's not bad. Um, Fairly standard court cards that have been modified, custom pips, a very simple ace of spades, and the back design is just a couple of spade pips on a black type back. Let's see if we can see it here. I actually like that you can buy just a deck. I've seen other decks, sneaker decks, and you can't buy them separately. You have to, buy really expensive shoes or whatever to get one for free. No thanks. I want to see the back design. They don't even show us the back design, eh? Black Magic deck. The question is, do they ship to Canada? Next up, I came across this on eBay. It's a new bicycle reverse back from Magic Makers in orange. I'm still waiting for the purple reverse back. I don't know why they've never done that one. The original bicycle set of decks had like 5 or 6 different colors. One of them was purple. Later on, they did the reverse backs only in, the 5 colors and no purple. And now they got another color, which is orange, which is nice. I still kind of want to see purple in the reverse back. But yeah, it is available on playingcards.net right now. It'll probably be available on collectible cards at some point in time. So if you like it, go check it out. Then there's this, the Big Boy #1 playing cards, a new deck from GeminiDecks.com. Initially, there was no shipping for international customers, but that's been added on. Made by USPC with a B stock and traditionally cut, only 1,300 decks. I'm kind of curious where he got the funding for this, since I guess he got some funding somewhere. But anyways, the artwork is kind of interesting, kind of weird, but it's not bad. Very colorful back design. Flourishers will love it. Nice box. I'm getting one, obviously. Moving on, we got SHS playing cards by Sullivan, Higdon, and Sink. Somebody caught this on Facebook. A little bit strange. Don't like that back design. Not good at all, in my opinion. No idea when or where it might be available. Next up, Three Little Pigs got canceled. Yay, big surprise. I didn't see that one. Courts won't be repeating. There won't be any at all, of course. I agree with that comment. You gotta pay attention to the suggestions given on the forum. A lot of people give good suggestions. And a lot of people, the repeating court cards is a deal breaker. Next up, I wanted to mention this one. This is a project that got canceled right away. It's by a user named Gamehaven. His account has been deleted. Flame Premium Playing Cards, which was a major scam right off the bat. What it is, I'll show you, is it had a $500 goal. It's the Ignite playing cards from Illusionist. $5 for a super crazy early bird. To me, what it seemed like, maybe, if anything, is, I would guess, is probably trying to resell decks. And you can't resell decks on Kickstarter. You can't sell something that you didn't produce. and you can't sell illusionist decks on Kickstarter. Um, the account's been deleted, the project canceled from Indiana, and the name Daniel Gerard. Now I looked that up. Well, actually, check this out. Okay, this one has a lot of weird stuff going on. Daniel Gerard, whose name is on the project page, commented, actually backed this from a different account. This Daniel Gerard actually backed this from a different account, and he said, I can't wait to get these cards, they look amazing. And then he said, you sound like a bunch of haters. He said, not hound people on Kickstarter. It is hard enough to have a campaign and then be respectful. Well, Mr. Gerard, if you look at the profile of Game Haven, your name is on there, which tells me you created this project under a separate account, got caught, and quickly canceled the project. The problem is this. He's actually got another project under this account, and look at this. It's from the same exact place, Decatur, Indiana. It's the Bullion Candles, 85% funded, and 13 days to go. And I brought it to the attention of backers as well. But anyways, he claims that he had his account hacked and somebody used his name for another account. But no. If I wanted to, I could create an account with a business name and put your name in the profile. No hacking required. And furthermore, that does not, at the same time, he did back the project, and he made comments that seemed like he was supporting the creator, the product, and then, complaining about all the haters. Why would you do that if you were not the creator yourself? Whoop. And, again, he did back the project himself and made comments on it. He supported it. And then now he turns around and says he had nothing to do with it, that he was hacked. And I don't buy it. I don't believe it. I don't trust him. I would not back his project. Moving along back to playing card world, Music Box playing cards from Collectible Playing Cards or Classics Playing Cards was canceled. They're going to be relaunching with I forget what it was, but they're going to be changing something and making the goal lower. So it's coming back soon. Next up, Bicycle Explorers coming soon. Kickstarter by Card Experiment. 2 decks, it looks like. Pretty interesting, colorful. Apparently they're going to have, the reason why they're doing this on Kickstarter is because, now I'm seeing 3 different decks, or at least tuck cases. Yeah, I hope they're not all tuck swaps. But the reason why he's doing it on Kickstarter is because he's going to be doing like embossing and whatnot on the tuck cases. It costs more money, so he needs to do it via Kickstarter to get the funds. Next up, Visa deck by House of Playing Cards that funded. Oh joy. And I have to diss on this one as well. Because I got an email a couple of days ago before the project ended saying that the red deck was going to be, I got an email from the Blue Crown saying that the red deck was now available because a lot of people wanted to get it and just get that deck. But the problem is they only made it available via a brick. 12 decks for like $100 somewhat dollars. Basically, you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place if you wanted the red deck. Either you had to buy a DVD you didn't want, or a whole bunch of decks you didn't want. At least for me, anyways. And that's BS. Also, Patrick Kuhn has flip-flopped on, the future of the red deck. First you're saying it would be available later on via a site. I'm not sure if it's his or the Blue Crown. But now, in one of his last comments, he said it was not going to be available after the project, which is completely inconsistent. There you go. It says it won't be for sale afterward. And this is also, BS. He said you can only offer the 12 decks, the red deck and the 12 deck tier, so they can meet the minimum printing for USB-C. Yet, the much more limited white deck is available individually. That makes absolutely zero freaking sense and is BS. I expect it will all be available later on one of the websites, or else I'll just get them elsewhere, if I even bother to get them. I mean, it's not overly exciting, and they're just way too expensive, especially with like $20 shipping. I don't like the inconsistencies, and also, I don't like the fact that you send them a message and they don't respond. You get a automated response that says we'll get back to you, but they never get back to you. You cannot trust a creator on Kickstarter who does not respond to your messages. And that is that. Let's see if there's anything else to talk about. And I apologize for ranting and raving and whining and bitching and moaning. But, of course, that's what you get with me. I want to see how this one's doing. I've mentioned that one. All right. There's this one, the Bicycle Lovely Bear, which I think I mentioned, coming soon. Some people aren't a fan of the pink deck because it just has white faces, white pips, and artwork. But the blue one, apparently, from what I've seen, has red for the hearts and diamonds, and some red color on the court cards. It's much nicer. I'll be getting it, of course. It's Bicycle branded. There's these decks. I've mentioned them before. I've seen finally a review for one of my Facebook friends. Not sure if it's on YouTube or not, but it's printed by Expert Playing Cards. It's a really kind of a rigid stock. It's got this little gold foil border. The backs are just a marble look, just like you see on the top case. And the Ace of Spades is really simple, just a big pip with a marble look to it, as with the other cards. Court cards, they're basically standard. And the Jokers, they just say Troy in gold foil. It's got to be the first time there's gold foil on the faces and backs of cards. But the problem is he doesn't bother to show a whole lot of this artwork on the project page, so why bother? It's really lackluster. I'm not interested. So let's move on. Bicycle Constellation, I might have mentioned this, available on Aquarius, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Capricorn. And currently available on collectibleplayingcards.com. And this custom card set is still 20% funded, 18 days to go. You still don't find it while searching for playing cards, which is a major problem, I think. So yeah, new at Collectible Playing Cards, the Bicycle Constellation series, the ones so far. I don't know if there's going to be more. Bicycle Rainbow Back Playing Cards, Bicycle Wood Rider Backs, the Dawn, Quixote, and more. So go check it out. Use the code VJOSE32. Save 10% on your order. I gotta go. I'm going to lose my voice. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.